In the remote stretches of the Egyptian desert, where the sand stretches endlessly and silence is broken only by the whispering wind, our team of workers and scientists had set up camp. Every night, after exhausting days of digging and collecting soil samples, we would gather around a campfire. Some of us would examine the samples by the firelight, while others, too tired, would retreat to their tents to sleep. But that night, everything changed. It started when a guard came running toward us, his face twisted with terror. He was gasping, unable to form a coherent sentence. We tried to calm him down, but his words sent chills down our spines. "The cooking pot, it's gone!" Some of us laughed, thinking it was a prank, but the guard insisted, swearing he was telling the truth. The commander, furious, scolded him. How could a cooking pot just disappear? "That's absurd." The guard's voice trembled as he replied, "It's not men, Commander. It's the Jinn." The commander laughed, refusing to believe in such superstitions. But the other guards began to murmur. They reminded us of the warnings from the local Bedouins. This area was cursed, inhabited by spirits for thousands of years. One of my colleagues, who had read about such things, spoke up. "The Jinn can move physical objects, Commander. I've read about it." The commander dismissed their warnings, ordering everyone back to their posts. But that night, no one slept peacefully. In my tent, I turned on a radio to listen to the Quran, but the interference was relentless. Every time I dozed off, there were knocks on the tent walls. I finally opened the door, only to find the commander standing outside his own tent, just as disturbed. He was shouting, "Who dares knock on my door and call my name?" The guards, terrified, confessed that they too had been hearing strange voices, laughter, and whispers. The radio only worked properly when playing music, but as soon as it switched to the Quran, the interference became unbearable. The next day, we resumed our work, but the atmosphere was heavy with tension. While exploring a remote area, our vehicle broke down. As we walked back to camp, we saw something horrifying. A man, or rather a creature, was walking parallel to us. Its clothes were tattered, its arms unnaturally long, and its gaping mouth revealed sharp fangs. Its eyes were empty, yet terrifying. We tried to run, but one of our colleagues collapsed, paralyzed by fear. We carried him back to camp, exhausted and traumatized. The next day, an old Bedouin came to visit us. He explained that the Jinn didn't want to harm us. They just wanted us to leave their territory. In a calm, wise voice, he said, "Leave, and you will be at peace." We followed his advice. A few days later, we left that cursed place, carrying with us memories that still haunt our nights. And so ends our tale, a story that reminds us that, in the depths of the desert, some forces lie beyond our understanding.